Bjorn's sleep has been restless of late. He's been troubled by odd dreams after he closed the portal several weeks ago. So he went to the local town. Some people have been missing and fleeing to the caves. So Bjorn is there to investigate. He makes his way down to the cave and sees men, troglodyte warriors, taking refuge in this cave. But he also notices and feels these sort of corrupted stones here, these magma stones. His goal is to eliminate the magma stones by spending one action in this zone and spending one action in this zone to destroy the stones. Once they are destroyed, he will have to defeat the monster of the lair, which lives here. When this door is opened, a level 5 monster will appear here. I'm using the lava and crystal tiles, but I'm not using any of the rules. This lava area is just for the light zone only, and I've replaced some of the lava tiles with regular light and dark zones. So my first action for Bjorn will be to spend one action. I will use it for movement. I will go 1, and then I will kick down this door. Knock, knock! Who's there? And I will drop a door card. And inside that room, we see all manner of implements for crafting weapons. And just outside the door, Bjorn finds a whetstone. This is the whetstone room. The active hero may keep this card until the end of the quest and discard it when attacking to gain 1 orange dice, which is pretty handy. So he picks that up, and in this room there is a mob. So we will have a look, and the mob is, you see in the corner, some lifeless bodies suddenly spring back to life. Old blacksmiths and old residents of this cave. Sorry to wake you. Or, I'm not really sorry. So Bjorn sees these undead warriors approach, and they have a primeval club attached to them. And he will then use his second action to run in there. Jumps through the door. But he's going to be jumping through head first. So I'm going to take 1 wound with rage bonus. I've been starting on blood rage to start. I take 1 wound to do his power, which is the headbutt. I'll take 1 wound to roll a yellow dice and deal 1 sword and 1 mana in wounds to the enemy. So that is 2. So he headbutts the enemy. And then I will attack. I will use my crude axe. They have no defense. They have 2 black dice for each minion. I've got a orange dice for my crude axe. I will spend 1 blood rage to add a yellow dice with the blood rage. I will use my whetstone card. So sharpen my blade, just as new, and I get a shadow dice as well. I'm going to try and get through this whole group here. So here we go. So I'm going to take 2 slashes from these minion dice. So 1 to blood rage, and that brings me to 4 health here. And I am dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So 2 goes through to this. Give me 6 damage left over, and then the other one has only 4 health. So with 1 big swing, I cleave both of these undead. 1, 2 XP, which is good. And then I have 1 more action. I should have taken another wound. And those 2, yes, I should have 2. And then with my last action, I will attack with just an orange dice. And they've got no other dice, they've got no defense. So 1 orange dice to these guys. And I will use a blood rage to add a yellow. One, 2, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then just before the end of my turn, I will spend another blood rage to change my stance to provoke, and I will drink my health potion. Heal 3. No better time than the present. Uncork. Yeah, so that's 4 health to 7 back to max. I'm feeling refreshed and vitalized. Cool, and then we have, that is the hero phase. Then we have enemy phase, mob activation. These guys can't attack, so they'll move. And they can't attack, so they'll move. They get 2 actions on their turn. This undead can attack, so he will attack. He has 1 yellow dice to my 1 blue, and I have, I should have kept my provoke, or maybe on the second attack. And we have a big fat zilch on both, so dodging and cutting. And then his second attack, he will deal 1 damage to my 1 sword, to my 1 shield. I block it. Is that the best you've got? And then we have the level up phase, nothing's happening there. And then we have the darkness track. We move up the darkness by 1. And then we restart for my second turn. Round 2. I will attack the zombie in my square for 1 action. The undead. Oh. 0 blanks. That's not good. Alright, so I'll send my second action. 3, yeah. So the first one misses, then I bring up just a back fist. I should have hit button. I used 2 actions for that. Dang it. Oh well, you live and you learn. So I kill this guy, and that's 1 for the miniature, and then 2 for the boss, or for the leader. So I'm on 5, knocking him down. And then I get his primeval club, which is a 1-handed weapon. I also get 1 treasure from his card, and I will go into the treasure bag, and I will grab a common item. Back into the bag, the item goes, and the common treasure is an experience orb, which I'll just use straight away, because experience is good. So I get 3 experience. 1, 2, 3, bring me to 8. Very good. And I used 2 actions, which wasn't the best. I will use my third action to do movement points. 1, and then I will 2, pick up 1 treasure again. It's another common. Put it back into the bag. And I draw a focus potion. That's quite cool. Combat 2 rerolls. That's nice. Alright. And then last action will be to pick up this last treasure, which will be a 1 movement point to pick up the treasure. It's another common. Leather sandals, which I'll put on right now. You may move 1 zone after combat, and then with 1 more movement point, I'll move to here, and I step on the bear trap, but I just get away just in time. It snaps shut, but my new leather sandals move out of the way, and I get out of there in time. So the bear trap goes off. Oh, that was close. And leather sandals that I just got help me move a little faster, which is nice. And that is all my actions. Then we have the enemy phase. So we have can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move.
Where are you? Where are you? We smell you.
Alright, so those guys are going past them. And then we have the level up phase. I am at level 8, so I will spend 5 XP to go. I have to choose to get 1 extra health. And then I add 1 rare treasure to the bag. And I get to pick a lovely skill. I will pick a lovely skill. I think I liked this charge, was pretty cool. Or I can get a level 2 skill. I may change a stance for free. Any stance for free, I think. Alright, so I'm going to take any stance for free. I may change. I can switch over at will, which is pretty good. And then we have the level up phase. Spent, everything's spent. Got my token, got my upgrade skill. I've got 3 XP left. And we have the darkness phase. So in the dungeon, this portal starts to whir. And lumbering footsteps come out as the Ogre Rockbreaker appears.
I smell somebody in my dungeon.
So he is. It says when the Ogre Rockbreaker spawns, the Berserker loses all their rage, if any. Wow. I thought that's quite a rare one. If there is a Berserker in a dungeon. Oh my gosh, that's great. He's a Berserker beater, which is nice. He comes with 1 rare and then 2 regular treasures, or just 2 secret treasures on him. Alright, and then I've readied Darkness Phase. The Ogre Rockbreaker is here. I can change for will my stances. So the next will be use 1 action to break the stone. It shatters. We can feel, or the Lightbringers can feel, some moment of relief as this sort of cursed object shatters into dust.
Only 1 more to go.
And then I will use my other action to kick open this door, as I love to do. That's with 1 movement point. And I've got 1 movement point left over. I will go here. And then I guess I'll head to the other stone while these guys' backs are turned. So I will change my stance for free to reckless.
Time to use some haste.
And I will move, I don't have any blood rage. Right. So I just move 1, 2 movement points there. And I guess I will use this movement point to go 1, and then I will kick open this door, as I love to do. And then inside that room we have some echoes and some sounds coming up from behind me. It seems to, oh my goodness, chasing the weak. Spawn 1 mob in a zone adjacent to a hero with the least health. Remove 1 monster token from this chamber if possible. So what we thought was going to be in there, they had set an ambush for us. So a mob next to us, adjacent, we can choose. And it seems to be the Orc Flayers. And they are with a level 2 item. They've got some magic staff. And the Orc Flayers, so we have this guy. He's going to spawn there. And then he comes with this guy. And this guy. Looks like Orc Mercenaries. That was my last action, was to open the door, which is great. And then we have the enemies phase. So enemies phase, each mob activates. So the Ogre Rockbreaker, if there is any Berserker in the dungeon, the Berserker changes to the stance with the least skills. So provoke. I've got no skills on there, and they're tied for the least. and place the Ogre Rockbreaker in the Berserker's zone and attack them. Yeah. Oh. So he just runs up behind him and he hits me because he's a berserker. Because there is a berserker in the dungeon. He hits me with an orange and a black, and I have a blue. And I will then orange and black, and I think that's all of them. Yep. Oh my gosh. He's got a claw. Attack with one claw. One defense. Ignore one defense die with the most shields, so ignore all of that. So he just smashes through my defense and hits me for 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's only making me angrier. You hit pretty hard.
Then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use leather sandals. You may move one zone after combat. So I'm going to duck into this room here and take 1 retaliation damage as I leave. 1, 2, 3, 4. So not that rage, it becomes a rage. So now I've got 4 on my sheet, which is good. Then that forces these troglodytes to move. It's in the shadow, they can't see him, can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. Now they're at the end of the dungeon, they'll go backwards. And then we have the orc flayers. They will move here, can't attack, so move, and then they can see him in there. And then the orcs, because they've got a magic weapon, they will attack into this room with 2 yellow and with my 1 blue defense. And I'm on provoke, which is nice. And how many minions they've got. Alright. So 2 minions and this, my dice pool. Oh, it's not looking too good. Oh, 2 shields, that's nice. So I'm going to use this focus potion to reroll in combat 2 dice. I'm going to choose 2 black dice to reroll. So I'm going to choose to reroll these 2 black dice. 2 claws, that's alright. Just adds 1 damage per claw, just attack 1. So does that mean it gives them 2 for each one? I would say yes. 1, 2, 3 into my 2. 1 goes through. So now I've got 5 rage on my pool. Alright, start of Bjorn's turn. I will use this action to get movement points. I'll kick down this door here.
I love doors and kicking them.
In this room we have an empty room, which is nice. Remove all monster tokens from this chamber if any. Alright, that's cool. That's good. And first was to kick the door, second was to move into there. Then I will use an action to pick up this fountain. Drink from the fountain, and it heals 3. So I will heal 3, taking my 3 to 6, which is nice. So it was 1 point to kick open the door, 1 point to there, 1 point to pick up, 1 point, and then the last remaining point to pick up this treasure, which has 2 rare. What a find! So I'll grab 2 rare treasure cards, and I have the leprechaun kilt and the heavy gauntlets. So the heavy gauntlets, 2 mana for extra damage, or 1 mana for extra damage, and while attacking, and leprechaun kilt may cancel the mob's ability for this combat. The mobs out there are pretty good. I like the dodge mechanic with the leather sandals, and it won't work on them, so I will stay there. And now that I'm in that, I've got 2 actions left. I've got to destroy that. I will use a blood rage to change to reckless stance. I will use an action to run 1, 2, into this space. So 1, 2. Oh, I don't think I need it. That. So 1, 2 into that zone. Oh, I can change for free, so I don't need to be spending to change my stance, which is great. So then I will switch to Blood Rage for free. And then I have moved into the square. And I think I'll attack these guys before I get the stone. So I will attack the Orc Rockbreaker. He's the toughest, and he's the bad boy of the group. He has 10 health. Yeah, I'll attack the Ogre. So I'm going to take 1 wound. Take 1 wound to headbutt this guy for 2 damage. So I headbutt him for 2. Then I will, last action, I will attack. I will pay a rage to grab a yellow dice, add it to my crude axe, which is a yellow, orange, and he has 2 blue and a black. And then I will also got some blood rage for rerolls and the heavy gauntlets for extra damage. So here we go. Alright, I will use blood rage, 1 blood rage to reroll this shield. I will use this blood rage to reroll the shield. I will use another blood rage to reroll this orange. I will use another rage. I'm going to lose it anyway if I am to reroll this orange. Yep. And then I will use my last rage to go with the yellow, trying to get mana. All right. I'll spend 1 mana while attacking to add 2 extra swords with the heavy gauntlets. So now I have 2, which is getting blocked by this Rockbreaker, and then 3's going through, taking him to 5. That was pretty good. If I had more attacks, I probably could take him out. And then I will change my stance to provoke for free. And then we have the end of the hero's phase. Then we have enemy phase. Each mob activates, so can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move.
We're coming to get you.
Then we have the Ogre Rockbreaker. If there's a Berserker in the dungeon, I'm going to... Yeah, okay. So we've activated the Ogre Rockbreaker, and he is going to attack me for orange and a black against my blue. I need some better armor, to be fair. Oof. Alright, attack. Ignore a dice with the most, so he's going to hit me for 1 damage. So that becomes rage, which is nice. So I'm at 4 health of my maximum of 8. And I take 1 of those damages for rage. And then he gets 1 action, that's his 1 action, which is a big hit. Then the Orc Flayers will attack. We've got 2 yellow because of their magic weapon, 2 black for their minions, and I get 1 blue. So hopefully, I've got 1 to block. They've got a sword. They've got a claw, which allows it to. So they're going to get 1 damage through and 1 extra damage because of this claw. So 2 damage is going through, which becomes rage. And in my defense, I'm going to pay 1 for provoke. Deal 1 wound to the attacker. And then they're going to attack again for a 2nd time. We have 1 claw, which adds another sword again. So 2 attacks, 1 goes through. I will use provoke to spend a rage to deal 1 wound back to the attacker, which just says here, deal 1 wound to the attacker. Cool. And then, actually, I think I might switch to the leprechaun kilt in future. That mana could have helped stop that. Alright, and then we have enemies phase done, level up phase, nope, darkness phase. A mob spawns out of the portal. We hear marching, metal, cantankerous marching in uniform with some little groans and gurgles. Who's in there? We gotta get him out. Dwarf defenders. So the dwarf defenders are carrying a bow, a precision bow, and there. So they will walk out of the portal. They're all marching. And this is getting pretty hairy for me. Darkness phase. Then we have darkness phase, yep. And then we have hero's turn. I will change my stance to blood rage for free. And I think I've got to fight these mobs. So I'll use my first action to recover 2 health. I'll use my second action to recover 2 more health, bringing me to 5. And that's probably pretty good. And then I will attack with an orange. I'll spend a blood rage to get a yellow dice. And I am attacking the Ogre Rockbreaker, who has 2 blue and a black. Alright, I will spend a mana to give me 2 extra swords with my heavy gauntlets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a mana gain back, so I'll gain a mana from that. 5 damage coming through, 1 claw from them, it's only attack claw, so 1 defense, so 4 goes through to the Rockbreaker Ogre. So he's on 1 hit left, and then I will wound myself to headbutt him for a free action. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 becomes rage. And then I will roll a dice and deal wounds. This is the time I roll a blank, right? I roll a blank. Nice. Nice. So nothing there.
What the fight?
And then I will attack him again. 2 blue, 1 black. I will pay a rage to get a yellow dice. And I will attack him again. You're going down! And I jump off this orc's back. And I jump around the back and I slash him in the back. That one's cocked. And we have 1, 2, 3. 2's going through. So I just need to get 1 turn. Alright, so he's going to hit me for 1 with the scratch. Then I'm going to cash in this mana here. And then that's been blocked. And then 2 goes through, killing the ogre. So I jump around the back. And then I use my axe on his back. And he goes, and he falls to his death. And they die out because he was damaging against berserkers. So I get 2 treasures and a rare treasure. This guy's gone. And I get experience. So I will get 1 for the miniature, and then 4 for a roaming monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm at 8. And I will cash in these 2 treasures here. Go into the bag. 2 treasures. Higher chance for rares now. 2. A common and a rare, which is nice. So I'll grab a common and a rare, and then I'll cash in this rare one here as well. Lots of cool stuff. So this ogre is dead, and I have a greater health potion, which I'll drink right now. Glug, 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 glug. Give me 5, which brings me to 8, which is my max because I'm at level 2. A horned helmet, a defense reroll, and some throwing axes. I'll take throwing axes, and I will swap out. I'll swap out for throwing axes, and then while I'm rearranging, I'll put my backpack, my primeval club in there as well. Alright, now that I'm there, got one more action, and this action will be to attack the orcs. And I will grab 1 yellow dice for the throwing axes, 1 yellow dice for the primeval club, and I will spend a rage to get another yellow dice. So 3 yellow dice, 2 black for their minions, and they don't have any armor on, which is nice. Throwing axe, if you already performed an attack this turn. I did, but I think I'm at my max dice. Attack with the primeval club. If you took at least 1 wound in this attack, deal 1 wound to the defender. All right. There we go. I will use mana for 2 extra swords. Click with the heavy gauntlets. And I'm going to deal 4 damage. So one of those guys beheaded, giving me 1 XP. And the other guys go. So that's 4 that went through. And then I take a slash damage. Comes rage. And the orc flayers don't have any defensive bonus. And my primeval club, if you took at least 1 wound in this attack, deal 1 wound to the defender, which I will. Dunk to that guy. Then for free, I will change my stance to provoke just at the end of my turn. So that is the hero's turn done. Then we have the enemy phase. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. The dwarf defenders start clanging. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. Alright, I gotta get out of here this turn. Then the orc flayers will attack with their magic weapon. And they have 2. So the shaman in the middle casts his staff, and then it sends out a flash of light at me. I've got blue, and I've got reroll defense with the horned helm. I will reroll. I get a defense reroll, so I will reroll defense for 1 shield. 1 shield. So 1 damage is going through to me. Ooh, I'll take that, and then provoke, I'll spend 1 outside to kill this guy, because it deals 1 wound to the attacker, which takes this guy to 4. And then I get 1 more XP, so I am on 10. And first attack, 1 wound, reroll, leather sandals. I will then pop out here, taking 1 retaliation damage. And then with the leather sandals, allow me to move 1 zone after combat. And then the orc shaman, the last of his line, casts magic spell at me with 2 damage to my 1 damage. I will use my horned helm to reroll this dice. I will use rage to deal 1 wound to the attacker with provoke. And then I'll just take one rage naturally from the spell that went through. Ooh, beat me up a bit, but I'm doing alright. And then we have, that's the enemy phase, then we have the level up phase. 10, I can go to level 3. I get 1 to my max, so I am now a maximum of 9. I get 1 epic treasure to the bag, and I get 1 mana. Level up, and then I get to pick a level 3 skill. I'm going to do Fatal Fury 2 to upgrade Fatal Fury to Fatal Fury Part 2. And then we have level up phase, then we have darkness phase. We add another epic treasure to the bag. Oh, yeah, add an epic treasure. Right, I should be able to smash this door and then get out. Start of hero's turn. Bjorn, seeing the stone in sight. I have to end this now. He will use 1 action to shatter the crystal. Blinding light flashes through the dungeon, and I hear a monstrous roar throughout the dungeon, and I know the monster has been awoken, and I have to deal with him now. So Bjorn will then take his second action to use his throwing axe at this guy. Throwing axe has a ranged attribute. I'm going to get 1 orange dice because the throwing axe is better like that. I'm going to spend 1 blood rage to use Fatal Fury Part 2 and get an orange or a yellow dice. I'll get an orange dice. And I'll change my stance for free, which allows me to do that. And then I will take my 2 orange dice, and he's got nothing. And then I will just use my throwing axe, and I'll just throw it at him for 4 damage. Right in the head where the bone mask that he's wearing just cracked. And then the shaman falls down dead, not moving. I get 1 XP for him, and then 2. Cool, brings him to that. Not sure if I counted the XP for the last guys, so I'll just leave it as a missed opportunity, a missed ability. Then I'm going to use leather sandals to go 1 space with combat, which is great. Then I'll change to reckless for free with an enraged fighter, and then I will use 1 action to sprint with reckless running. And 1, 2, and then just ninja kick this door, or berserker kick. Smash that door down. Inside this cave we have a fountain room. So this creature was guarding a spring of the Lightbringers. Place a fountain token in the furthest possible chamber, if possible. Furthest possible zone. Alright, so we'll grab a fountain here, and we'll put it here. He's been drinking from the Lightbringer's well. And what creature is there? A level 5 monster. Okay, here we go. This creature is Asmodeus. He stands up. His 3 heads bearing down on me, or on the noise. So all flayers are dead. I should have got their card. I've got a token, I got a Staff of Darkness, and I've got 1 treasure. And I'll grab 1 treasure from the bag. Let's hope for some epics, shall we? I got a rare treasure, so I'll grab a rare. The Berserker Sword. Ooh. I think I will swap that out. There we go. So I've just got the Berserker Sword, which seems fitting. So I run past the orc, pick it up. Oh, this looks nice. And then I kick the door down. And then we have all this stuff ready to go. All right. Got 1 action left. I guess I'll use it to do a rearrange. Asmodeus has a pretty cool power. kilt. But I think the leather sandals might be good to help me stay out of range while I'm in combat. I will then, if there are any heroes in shadow zones, each hero in a shadow zone takes 2 wounds. Asmodeus moves 2 zones towards the closest hero and attacks if possible. Otherwise, place Asmodeus in the closest to the closest hero in the shadow zone closest to Asmodeus. Yeah, I'm going to stay out of the light, I think. Then I will use my last action for 2 movement points. 1, 2 to here. Put my back up against the wall and bring him out to me. Then we have the enemy's phase. So I'm going to activate Asmodeus. Asmodeus always rolls shadow dice when attacking. And he's going to have 18 health. If there are any heroes in shadow zones, each hero in the shadow zone takes 2 wounds. Nope. Asmodeus moves 2 zones towards the closest hero and attacks if possible. There is no heroes in shadow zone. Otherwise, place Asmodeus and the closest hero in the shadow zone closest to Asmodeus. Then attack that hero. Nope. So he just gets his 2 actions. 1, 2. Cool. Alright. So if I stay out of the shadow, I'll be alright. And then we have the other mobs. We'll have the troglodytes, can't attack, so move, can't attack, so move. And these guys, can't attack, so move, can't attack, so move. So they go for a lovely little pincer. Alright, I've got to deal with these guys as quick as I can. Then we have level up phase. I am at... Oh, I should have spent that. I'm at... Yeah, I'm at 3 XP, so I don't think I can get any more. So I didn't move this token down. Then we have darkness phase. And we have another mob spawns out the portal. So we have the orc enforcers, and they are carrying the skull axe. Orc enforcers. So the orcs saw more of their brothers get smushed, and then they bring out some more orcs with shields and swords, axes.
Let's kill him. Let's grind his bones.
Alright, they're pretty tough. Darkness phase, yep. Then we have back to Hero's turn. I think I gotta kill this guy as quick as possible. So I am going to use my movement to go 1, 2 to there. Then I will change my stance for free. Charge would have been good now. Allows me to move into the square for free. Then I'll try. I've got to stop this darkness somehow. So Bjorn jumps into the zone. Might be foolish. And then he will attack. Oh, he'll headbutt first, so he'll take 1 wound. To headbutt the Asmodeus. Asmodeus takes 2 wounds, which is really good out of combat. So he's got 16 left, and then I will use 1 action to attack. And the Berserker Sword gives me 2 yellow and 1 orange, and if I'm wounded 3, I get an extra orange, but that's alright because I will spend this rage to get an orange with Fatal Fury Part 2. And then he rolls 4 blue, which is pretty ridiculous, and 2 black dice. So level 5 monster, everybody, and I'm at level 3. And I've got my heavy gauntlets for mana, so I probably will use them while attacking. I'll spend 1 mana as well. Heavy gauntlets will add 2. And here comes the attack on Asmodeus. And I have no rerolls. What a fight, what a fight. So 2 slash damage from him to me. I'll cash in this for a mana. I'll take the 2 slash damage from his claw. And then 1, 2, 3 defense to my 3 swords, and then 5 go through to Asmodeus, and he's got a claw attack. Cool, that's good. So boom, cutting, just hacking at every part I can find. The 3 heads moving out of range, and his wings using his shields as the axe Berserker Sword glances off them. 7 damage to him. Last action, I will recover 2 health. Take me to 4, and I'll change my provoke stance to. I'll change to my provoke stance for free. And I'm running out of time. So then we have enemy space. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. I think I'm going to have to retreat to that portal up there at the end. Do some attacks and then run away. And then Asmodeus, Orcs and Orc forces. Can't attack, so move. Can't attack, so move. Then Asmodeus always rolls purple while attacking. Orange, and 1 black, and a purple. If there are any heroes in Shadow Zone, each hero in that Shadow Zone takes 2 wounds. Shit. 1, 2. Ouch. And then Asmodeus moves 2 zones towards the closest hero and attacks if possible. Yep, he can do that. So he'll attack, and I've got 1 blue. I really need some armor. And I've got defense reroll. Alright, I will defense reroll with the Horned Helm to reroll this orange. To a 3. Just going to do it once. He didn't get any claws. Provoke, I'll pay 1 of these to give him a bash. Take him for 1, and then he's gonna hit me for. So I've been KO'd. Then the Lightbringer will bring me back at the start of my turn with 3 health. Enemy phase done. Then level up phase, no. In darkness phase, another epic treasure to the bag. I wonder if I was attacking him too early, but we will find out. Alright, then at the start of my turn, I feel a glow in my chest as the Lightbringer goes into my heart. My eyes light up, and I stand back up with 3 health. Oh my god. And then I'll change my stance to that, Blood Rage, and I think I will attack him, and then I'll start to book it. So I will attack, use my first action to recover. Maybe I'll recover 2 first to get him to 5 health. Then I will use my second action to attack. I have been wounded 3 because my health is 7 plus 1, 2. That's 9. I got 5, so I'm wounded 3, so I get an extra orange. So I'm going to get orange from the Berserker Sword, 2 yellows from the Berserker Sword normally, then an additional orange because I'm wounded and I'm attacking. Then I'm going to pay 1 rage to get a Fatal Fury 2 to attack him. Then I wonder if I can pay another one to get a yellow. I'll pay another one to get a yellow. So I'm maxed on all 3 dice. I'll headbutt him first. Pay a wound. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get a rage, then I'll headbutt him. So first the headbutt, 2 damage to him. So that takes to 5 to 5. So that makes him 10 of 9, 18. So he's got 8 more damage left. And then I will attack with the Berserker Sword by paying 2 rage to get an orange and paying another rage to get a yellow. The Berserker Sword has 2 yellow and an orange by default. And then I'm going to get an extra orange because I've been wounded 3. Because I'm at 4 health of 9. So 5. So I've got all this. And I will pay a mana while attacking to get 2 extra damage. And his defense is going to be 4 and 2 claws. So just remember I've got 2 extra damage in here. Come on, just breathe down on him. I will use Blood Rage to reroll his 2 to a 1. He's got no defense charms, which is good, so those aren't doing anything. And this is singular. Cool. And then we will add up. He's got 4 defense at the moment. And I've got this, and remember I've got that +2 from my mana gauntlet, so I'll just add that, change one of the blank yellows to that. And then I'll use my last rage to reroll an orange. Oh, into a blank. That's not the best. That's not what I wanted at all. Shit. Alright, so 4 defense blocks this 4. And 3 goes through. Cool. Oh, I forgot my purple dice. Shadow! 2 mana. Alright, well, I guess that's alright. And then I will attack again. So I will go, next action, I will go orange, 2 yellow, and an orange because I'm wounded. No magic to reroll that time. I will spend a mana to do 2 damage standard. So, there. So, 4 blue, 2 black, 1 shadow zone dice, 3 yellow, and 2 orange. Where's the extra yellow form? I shouldn't have a 3rd yellow. 2 yellow, 2 orange. Yep, 2 yellow, 2 orange. And then 2 standard for my heavy gauntlet. Ooh, that's better. So 1 claw, nothing, 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 2 mana. So I'll grab that mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 into 2, 6. 6 into 13 is 19. That's killing him. So I jump up, sink my Berserker Sword into one of the heads. It goes limp. Then as I pull back, I stab him in the gut. He bends down, and then lop off one of the other heads, and then bring it down. The 3rd swing right down into his head, and kills him. And he lets out a harrowing yell, which frightens all these enemies. It's so scary that they've never heard anything like it. And they retreat, all running back through the portal. So Bjorn drinks from the well to fully heal, and he starts to leave the dungeon, investigating the portal as he leaves, and saying,
I guess the darkness is back. I'll talk to Elias. He will know what to do.
So Bjorn leaves to find Elias the wizard, and maybe they can figure out why these beasts have returned from hell.